Matthew, first, we didn't notice Matthew was ill, there was no signs, there was nothing. Matthew was just a normal boy, he would run about and he wouldn't stop eating. And it was just one day out of the blue, he stayed over at my mum's and dad's and he was vomiting a lot and he took quite sick with that and he got rushed into hospital.
He collapsed on the sofa and then nobody knew what was going on, there was no warning signs, there was no, you know, it was in the space of maybe 3 hours of this all happening, so it came extremely quickly. He just collapsed on the sofa, he stopped breathing, the ambulance crew were phoned, they came out and thankfully the paramedic who was there, he actually dealt with a diabetes case, you know, a couple of weeks beforehand, so he knew straight away, first thing to do, he checked the bloods and obviously the blood was just way too high and he says no, he's diabetic and they got him into hospital. We weren't present at the time so we didn't know what was going on. We got a phone call to say get to the accident and emergency.
So I got a phone call and the paramedic was screaming trying to get Matthew resuscitated, he couldn't get him back. It was really quite bad. He came and picked me up, we got rushed into the accident emergency. Matthew was in the resuscitation at that point and I walked past his bed. I did not recognise my own son, he was that bad. Changed everything. It's given us a more positive outlook. I think before we met you, we were in such a dark place and we felt like diabetes was controlling our lives. Matthew was isolated, he didn't have a lot of friends, he didn't understand, and we were, I think, at that point in time where you go, God, are we actually capable of doing this? Can we do this for the rest of our lives? Just care for Matthew, and you do question everything about yourself. And the minute we went to that Tesco's and there's Diabetes UK and Matthew straight away saw the word diabetes and ran over to it.
That was it. Matthew just
bright up.
It wasn't it, it was like this light and he was so emotional and that was my Matthew, that's my Matthew, that Matthew there who is full of life and he's so, oh my goodness, there's other people with diabetes and it opens up this new door and there's this other world and you're like, finally, people who understand what we're going through. And you feel like you're part of our family now. It just feels like if you want to talk to somebody, you've got them there. If you need help, you've got them there. If you come across a point in time where Matthew, you know, last couple of weeks Matthew's not been doing too great and you do feel it and your stress levels are so high, you've got somebody you can go and turn to and say, what do I do, what's my next steps, what should I be doing? And I don't think there's any greater gift we could have got at that time.
So Matthew's got a bigger family?
Yep. And ones who understand.
The atmosphere itself is electric, isn't a big enough word for it. It's fantastic. The kids have an absolute ball. Seeing other kids with diabetes, other people there helping them raise funds for people with diabetes just makes the biggest smile on their faces. And that's what makes it all worthwhile in the end, when you see the amount of people that turn out who haven't got the condition but want to make a better life for those with it. Nobody knows, it's very hard to describe what we actually go through as type 1 diabetics. It's not just an hourly thing where, right, that's me dealt with it. It's all day, every day. No bank holidays, no vacations, it's with you for the rest of your days until they find that cure.